If mosquitoes transmit Plasmodium, then Plasmodium should be present in mosquitoes. Ronald Ross was a British physician. He worked in India in 1880s. He was the person who tested the hypothesis given by A.F. Aking and got a Nobel Prize for his work on transmission of malaria. He proved mosquitoes as vector of Plasmodium by performing many experiments. In his first experiment, Ross allowed a female Anopheles mosquito to bite a malarial patient in a closed environment. In the next step, he killed those mosquitoes and split them open and found Plasmodium in mosquitoes' stomach. He observed that Plasmodia were increasing their number inside the stomach of mosquito. In the next experiment, he thought to allow the infected female Anopheles mosquito to bite a healthy person, and if the hypothesis that mosquitoes transmit Plasmodium proves true, that means the healthy man will get malaria which could harm him. So in order to avoid such risk, he used sparrows instead of man. Anopheles is a female mosquito that can transmit Plasmodium only in human beings and not in sparrows. So he used Culex mosquito that can bite sparrow. In this experiment, he allowed a Culex mosquito to bite a sparrow that had malarial symptoms. He performed this experiment in a closed environment to get better results. In the next step, he killed those mosquitoes and split them open. He found that Plasmodium was multiplying in the stomach of mosquito. After increasing in number, Plasmodia moved to the salivary gland in mouth of mosquito. A gland is an organ that produces secretion. Salivary gland is present in mouth and it produces saliva. In the next step, Ronald Ross allowed the infected mosquito to bite a healthy sparrow. After some days, the symptoms of malaria were observed in those sparrows. Ronald Ross examined the blood of sparrows under microscope and he found Plasmodium in their blood. Hence the hypothesis that mosquitoes transmit Plasmodium became answer to the problem, how is Plasmodium transmitted to human beings? After Ronald Ross' experimentation, Italian biologists tested the same hypothesis on human beings in 1898. In their experiment, they allowed Anopheles mosquito to bite a malarial patient. The infected mosquito was then allowed to bite a healthy person. The healthy person got ill with malaria, which confirmed that mosquitoes are involved in the spread of malaria. Our next topic is theory, law, and principle. First comes theory. When a hypothesis is proved by experiments, biologists try to do more and more experiments. They keep on trying hard to reject the hypothesis. And if it is proved again and again by many experiments, then biologists developed a new hypothesis from the same study and again test the new developed hypothesis. If it is proved true again, then the original hypothesis means the previous one which had gone through experiments first becomes a theory. Biologists try their best to disprove a theory by performing experiments again and again, but if a theory is proved again and again by experiments, it becomes law or principle. A scientific law is uniform or constant fact of nature, which means it cannot be changed. That's why in biological sciences we have more theories as compared to law, because biological science is about living organisms and organisms are flexible, means they can undergo changes at any time in their life, which can disprove a hypothesis or theory.